what was the last class about? I think Ganesh, Gopi, and then some people have class from Shankar sir, right? So what was that? It's about Terraform or anything?
It's about Terraform.
It's about Terraform. Okay. So everyone have your own AWS account, right?
Yes,
Yes,
Soumya.
Soumya.
Okay, great. So
Hello.
today we can see. Yeah, great. Okay, today I'll just say how to. I'll just show you how to create EC2 instance, and also we are going to see some of the networking concepts today. Give me some minute. I'll just quickly share my PPT for you. So, how many of you know how to create an EC2 instance or any prior knowledge on that? Anyone?
I do.
Is that from Sharath?
Yes, Soumya.
Okay. Okay. Is my screen visible for you all?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So, what any idea about what is EC2 or virtual machines?
Yes, Soumya.
Yeah, if anyone knows, you can just give the answers.
It is just like creating the virtual machine in the AWS cloud. It's like uh, Elastic Compute Cloud, it seems, right? Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
Elastic Compute Cloud. Yeah, like creating the virtual machines in the Amazon platform, AWS platform. And
Exactly.
we have to follow different steps like what are the VMs we need to select, there are like different criterias we need to select while creating the EC2 instance. It's like creating the virtual machines to deploy the services.
Exactly. So, EC2 is nothing but it's a virtual machine, which is provided by AWS. You can rent your virtual machines and you can run your applications on that. Okay, applications or services, whatever the thing you want to perform on your virtual machine, you can do that by creating EC2 instance in the AWS account. Okay, so which is nothing but a virtual machine. You can rent your virtual machine, and it's also has many features like storage, security, networking concepts, and each and everything has been altogether set up into a concept of computing service called EC2. Okay, so in EC2, you will be going to, it is like a server. Okay, it is like as I already told, it's a virtual machine. So it will having all size, it's have many features on that like auto scaling or load balancing. So initially the terminologies will be, it's not what to say, you guys you will not get some idea about that, but I will tell you each and every service in our later classes. Okay, so just thinking, just imagine you was running your application in one server. Okay, so one server is nothing but one system or one laptop. So if you want to see your business is growing, or your you want to increase the service, or the users hitting your browser have been it goes high. And in particular cases, if you want to scale your computers, or if you want to increase your storages, means what will you do? You will go and buy hardware for that, or you will go and buy a new systems, or you should have your own data center. Each and everything will be time consuming. It's not a cost efficient thing, because you're not going to rent anything. You're going to own your own systems, or your storage or hardware, whatever it is, you're going to own that. Okay, and there are many traditional steps is there. You want to buy some things, you want to get people to work on that. You need more employees, and you need more time, more money, and also the space also. If you want to buy anything, means you have to set up, right? And also you have to maintain the things. So each and everything, it's will be managed by AWS. So that is what we calling AWS as a, it is giving a managed services. Okay, inside that you will be having 200 plus services. AWS is giving you 200 plus services in, but whatever thing you want, you can use the particular services to just enhance your virtual machine, or you want to enhance your server or scaling thing, or you want to give load balancer or storage. And then you will be having CloudWatch for monitoring, log maintenance, whatever the particular service you want. AWS have been providing, and it is a managed service for you to use the thing on AWS cloud. Okay. So there are many words I have been given here. I'll share this PPT with you guys also. Just go through this PPT today. So simply EC2 is nothing but it is a virtual machine, and here you can see the abbreviation for EC2, which is nothing but Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud. That is called EC2. Okay. So as I already said before, you are going to run your virtual servers for handling your applications or websites or whatever the services that you want. You're going to handling inside the EC2 instance. Okay, and then EC2 instance nothing but a server. Okay, you can configure the security things, networking, or managing the storages. And also, if you want to scale your service, in case you are getting more users, you want to increase your server, means you can use the auto scaling service, which is provided by AWS to scale your instances. Okay, and then EC2 is nothing but yeah, again it's a virtual server. And also here the another thing is EC2, you can select the instance type. Instance type is nothing but, see, if your application is moreover of DB, or if your application is just a normal application, you don't want to go with more storage, you can categorize your instance types. Okay, if you want more storage, if you're having big data, means you can go with the particular series of the EC2 instances, like DB for storage, for networking alone, or for gaming. So you will be having multiple things, and you can able to select the particular instance type for your suitable application. Okay, so and then yeah, it is a balance of compute, memory, network, and storage services. EC2 is not only a server, also you're going to balance different components called compute, memory, networking, and then storage services. Okay. So also purpose of an EC2 instances. What is the purpose of EC2 instances? Any idea? Why should we need EC2 instance? See, we have our hardware, we have our own system, right? We having system, and also if you want to perform any actions, you can use that particular physical machine. But why do you need EC2 instance, or why do you need a virtual machine? Any ideas or any relevant answers? If you know, you can please share now.
Yeah, creating the virtual machine is like it is flexible. I mean, we can modify based on our requirement, and the list which are actually you're showing in the screen, it is actually cost
Yeah,
effective, and on the security
exactly.
reasons also, we can modify the security and network
Mhm.
compromises as well.
Okay.
We can keep it as a testing engine where we can test and deploy the applications or the servers related things on the virtual machines. So it is
Okay.
helpful in that way.
Yeah, exactly. And also, you can simply say that if you're using your physical machine means if you use, see, you have 10 GB, but only you're going to use 4 or 5 GB means another 5 GB is going to waste. Okay. And also, if you don't have anything to run on that, you're going to waste that energy. And also, whatever you see, you buy the whole 10 GB only. Okay. If you're wasting means it's upon you overall. If you have, if you going to virtual machine, like an EC2, you can just, if you want to give more storage, you can add the storage also, or if you want to go with database things, whatever the things you want to just add to your application to run smoothly, or you want the good performance, you can easily customize according to your application. So that's all simply. Okay. So in real time, if you want something means you're going and buying that, you're keeping that in some place. There are more disadvantages of doing a physical machine rather than the virtual machine. Okay. So it is, again, it is a cost efficient thing. It is not going to take a whole time of you, and you should not need more employees to work on that. See, if you're having 10 machines and you have, you minimum you want 2 to 3 people to just maintain the machines, right? So you will be going to have employees, and then you want to always log and monitor your applications of your application monitoring also, and also your system monitoring things. So it is very big work you're working in. What to say, it's a lot of work that is happening there, and also everything is a manual work. So if you go with automation, so DevOps is nothing but overall it's a automation thing and troubleshooting, infra creation, and then you should be very much popular, and you should be very much popular in Linux, hands-on things like that. And it's a team management one. Okay. So you should be you should get some idea about these things, and you have to be very much knowledge on troubleshooting skills also. Okay. Meanwhile, the class you will be able to see the errors, and you're going to, what to say, you're going to troubleshoot the errors also. So nothing is like difficult. So mean in our class itself you're going to learn that. So we are giving you a real time thing only. So whatever you're going to do in your production, the same thing you're doing here. Okay. So whatever the error you face here, you can able to give the solution on the production also. So just take the class seriously, and please do the exercises and never miss any classes also. Okay. So again, back to the PPT. So the purpose of EC2 instance is nothing but you will be going to have on-demand computing. So if your virtual machine is running, you want to give any storage into that, you can do that. If you want to scale your server, you can do that. So whatever thing you want to do on demand on the running application, you can able to do that. Okay. And then hosting application. So EC2 instance, so we will be having virtual machine or physical, either virtual machine or physical machine. You're going to run your application or websites or web apps, or whatever thing you want, you're going to host there. Okay. So hosting applications, you're using EC2, and then testing and development. So in real time, you will not be going to test and going to test and releasing the application in a one-time process or in a one stage. You will be having multiple environments. Environments is nothing but, see, you will be going to have 3 stages. For example, I'm saying that. Okay. So initially you will be working on the development stage, and then it will go to stage, in what to say, in a pre-production stage, and then it will be going to deploy, and then only production stage, like that. You will be having multiple stages, and you're going to test and develop your running application or new application in each stages, so that if it fails on any stage, you can able to know that, okay, what is the problem happened, why it is failing again, and what is the things you have to get rid of the errors or something like that. Okay. So you will be having multiple environments, and also each environment will be in a isolated manner. How it is going to be isolated manner? You can run your different various environments in different servers, which is nothing but you can run your one stage in one server and you can run your another stage in another server, like that. Okay. So again, another thing is called big data processing. If you're going to handle very big data sets or large data sets, and you have to do the supporting analytics things and machine learning, if it is a very big project that you want to handle, means you can able to handle that on EC2 instance. EC2 instance not only give you a very simple applications running things requirements, it also give you to handle more data, and if you want to do any analytics things or anything very big manner, you can use EC2 instance for that also. Okay. So nowadays many MNC companies and many product based companies, each and everyone is just migrating their local system setup or their local SQL cloud databases, everything to the cloud only. So you can imagine there itself. So big data or whatever the simple application to crucial application, whatever it is, you can use EC2 instance for that. Okay. And then backup and recovery, you will be going to, so it is nothing but fault tolerance. You can, these are some AWS terminologies you should always remember of. Okay. So fault tolerance is nothing but if something is happening to your application, if that is crashed, means you always have your data backup. Okay. And also your application backup also. So you can think here also the another terminology called disaster recovery. So disaster recovery is nothing but, yeah, if something has happened, some disaster has happened to your application, right? So on that case you will be thinking, okay, I lost all of my data, all of my application things, configured things, and everything, I don't have anything. Okay, it's just lost. You can compromise like that, because EC2 instance will be giving you a data backup, disaster recovery, and fault tolerance. Okay, you will be using different services for that to just achieve your application is running very good, and also you're monitoring the things in the backend also. Okay. And also again, it's cost efficient. Why? Because you're not owning the services, you're just renting the services. Okay, it's just a rental case. And also it is a model, this is called a pay as you go model. So pay as you go model is nothing but whatever thing you use, how much you use, only that much of amount is you're going to um, just pay for the AWS provider. Okay. In physical machine, if you're going to buy a system, means the system cost, for example, it cost 1 lakh, means you should provide that 1 lakh or 50,000 or 20,000, whatever the amount is, you're going to give the whole amount. But here, if you're using for 30 days for a limited period, you're going to just pay that much of amount only. So in AWS, the costing thing is very transparency. There is no hidden charges or nothing. Whatever you use, you can just pay that much of amount to AWS cloud provider. Okay, that's enough. And also again, it is a cost efficiency because you're not owning it, you're just renting it. And then global accessibility. So you will be having some of the services which is globally accessible. In order to say, we can say it as S3 bucket, that is globally accessible, and then IAM user, and then a CDN cloud content delivery network. There are some services which is globally accessible, which you will be having global accessibility. Okay. And then security and customization. Again, going to security, you guys can think what are the security can AWS can give, or what are the customizations can do to your application or to your system. Means you will be having key pair here. Key pair is nothing but it's like a password, or it's like a credential to log in into your EC2 instance more securely. Okay. So here the security point is ticked. Okay. And then you will be having security groups. Security groups is nothing but you allowing some of the IP addresses, and you will be restricting other IP addresses to not enter into your application or server. See, if you give only your IP address, only you can able to log in into your EC2 instance, and you can only able to do any changes on your server or applications. If you're not allowing others or outsiders to enter your application, you can able to do that. Okay, so this is a very good form of securing your application and server. And also the again another thing is called IAM rules here. Okay, you having one application. Okay, so you want some of you having a team, and some of the team members should need to look over the application, like tester is there, and also operation team is there, and developer is there. Okay, so I am DevOps. So here you think that I am a DevOps engineer, and I'm going to create the user. Okay, there is a developer one is working on that, and tester one is working on that, and also operations team also working on that. So I will be giving very least privileged permissions for the particular users. I'm not going to give whole user. So I will not give the full permission of the AWS account to everyone. So if I'm giving, that means the tester can change something in the account, or the developer can change something inside the AWS account. To prevent such things, you can create a user, and you can give a permission. You can give a set of permission, like only the tester should read the things. He or she should not edit the things. Like that you can give. For some people, for operations team, if they want to create an instance, means you can particularly give that EC2 instance creation only, or you can give the IAM permission only. So if you want to give particular service permission, you can give, or if you want to give a particular write read operation, like that, if you want to give the permission to them, means you can also provide them. Okay, by giving whatever the permissions they exactly need, you can able to achieve that by using the IAM service. Okay, any doubts on this, guys? Any doubts as of now? Whatever I'm saying, anything that made you feel difficult or something, or you couldn't understand on that?
No, Soumya.
Okay, Ganesh, Gopi.
No, Swami. Yeah.
Okay,
No,
guys.
Soumya. I think it's
Okay, yeah, great. Okay. Again, these are some wordings only. I don't want to waste your time with just going with the theoretical things. So whatever things have been mentioned here, I'm going to give you a hands-on knowledge today. Okay. So these are some features of EC2 instance. Instances is nothing but virtual service. Okay. If I say instances, means you should think, okay, instances is a virtual server. And then AMI. AMI is a, what to say, it's a beautiful tool. Okay, it's a service. Using your AMI, you can have a template concept. If you want to create an EC2 instance, so each and every time you don't want to configure everything, you can create everything in a template format, and how many servers you want, or how many times you want to create, you can able to just click on that particular AMI image, and you can go to run the EC2 instance. Okay, so the first thing of EC2 instance is you have to configure some things to create a EC2 instance. But what is AMI here? It is a pre-configured template for your instances. It is like a package of components that you need to run your server. Is that clear?
Yes, Swami.
Okay. So
Yeah,
again, I
Soumya.
told you,
Yes.
right? Yeah, great, great, guys. So again, the instance types, according to your CPU, memory, storage, networking, databases, gaming, graphics. So whatever the particular type of application you're running, you can choose the particular instance types also. Okay. So why you're going with the particular instance types? So it will be giving you more advanced features. If you having CPU, means it will be having more advanced features on particularly targeting the CPU or memory regarded components. So like that only, if you're going for gaming, means you can choose that particular instance type. And the EBS volume is nothing but each and everything you will be having a separate class, don't worry. EBS is nothing but it's a block storage system. So what is block storage service here means, if you have your physical machine, so you will be having hardware or some of the storage for it, right? You will be having it as a hard disk. So like how for your virtual machine, sorry, for your physical machine, your laptop, you will be going to have a hard disk, like a storage, like a persistent storage. Same mean you're using EBS for your virtual machine. Okay, for EC2 instance, the EBS volume is going to be your hard disk. Okay, it will going to store the persistent volumes, so that if you lost your application or server, the EBS volume will be remains. So using your EBS volume, you can take back your backup files, your configuration files, or whatever the files you want to run your application. Everything will be persistent and it is not lost. Okay, so instant store volumes. So volumes is nothing but you can just what to say, you have your instance, right? EC2 instance. So what we will be doing by the physical machine, you can restart, you can shut down, and you can just, if you want to close means, you can just close your system like that. If you're in your EC2 instance, you can stop, you can start your server, you can stop your server, and also you can terminate your server. Okay, so the EC2 instances that can be stopped and also start, and also you can destroy your instance. So that is what the store volumes have been describing here. And then keypass is again, it is a credential. Okay, it is like a login credential or login information for your EC2 instance. So using this keypad, you can securely log in into your EC2 instance. And security group is again, you will be having, it's like a virtual firewall, or it's like a extra added security wall for your EC2 instance. Okay. Okay, so OS, application software, instance configuration, launch permissions, everything we will be going to see in today's class. Okay. And then, okay, so here you will be having AWS account. Okay, so this is your AWS. So inside your AWS, you're going to create your region. Okay, like US East one. So what is your current region, everyone? What region everyone is using here?
US East.
Okay, so we all are in the same boat. We are using US East one only here. So you created, you choose your region here. So once you choose your region, you're going to create a VPC. The another thing, the very next thing you're going to do in your AWS console is creating VPC. You can go with the default one, or you can just go with a customized one also. Okay, customized is nothing but you going to create your isolated, which is nothing but virtually isolated network for your application or your servers to create. Okay, so inside that only you're going to create public subnet, private subnet. In your public subnet, you will be using a public subnet to contact with private subnet, or if you don't want, you can able to do that also. Okay, but see here the AMA is here, no? So AMA is nothing but it's a pre-configured template you can use to create a EC2 instance. This is like your server. Okay, so here your servers are running, and if you want to keep it private means you can able to put that in your private subnet also. So each and everything we are going to see, don't worry. Yeah, these are some instance types here. Okay, T series for general purpose, and you can see here M series, and then C series for compute, R series for memory optimized. So C is for compute, like it's a T series always for general purpose only. M series is general purpose, but sometimes you, if you want to look on networking or performance like thing, you can go with this. Yeah, keeper is already I told. So it is like login information, or it's like a credential. And then okay, everything is repeated only. Okay, we will see the in next classes about the brief of key pair, security groups, and the networking concepts alone. Okay, so as of now, you can have some idea about what is EC2 instance, right? So today, if I go with the VPC concepts also, it will be so difficult for you guys. So today we'll just see about EC2. So in here I'm just recently visited, so it is I can able to see here. So if you're new to your service or your AWS console, you can just search for EC2 and open a new tab. Always you just whatever the service you want to open, just open in new tab. Okay, and also just be very much handy on VA editor commands and the keyboard shortcuts, and also Linux, the regular uses of Linux commands. No need to mug up or have each and every commands, but if you have, that is very good. But I want you guys to have a very good knowledge about the VA editor commands. Okay, my instance is running here. Okay, so here you can see EC2 dashboard and some of the services inside the instances. So I have told, right, AMI images. So here if you click on that, means you can just go and create your AMI and you can launch instance from AMI. Okay, if you created one thing, if you created one AMI, just click on the template and you can go and launch the EC2 instance here. But today we're going to see about EC2 instance creation using your AWS account. So here I'm having my old instance running. So you just ignore that. If you go and open your console, means you can able to see the fresh page here. Okay. So the very first thing you have to do is launch instance. And here you can see the parameters like name, and then what the OS you want to use for your server, like that. So here you can give my first server. Okay. And then I'm going with Amazon Linux itself. So I'm going to use the Linux operating system. But if you want to go for Ubuntu, Windows, Red Hat, there are multiple operation services there for you. Okay. So whatever thing you want to create, you can go and click on the particular operating system. So here I'm using Amazon Linux. So here I can see my AMI image for that, which is a pre-configured template for this OS, particular OS. Why I'm choosing is because it is a free tier eligible also, so that I'm going with this particular OS. Here you can see the instance type. So what instance type will do, whatever the application which is required, you can go with the particular instance type. But T2 micro is enough for me because it only has one virtual CPU and 1 GB. Because I'm not going to run anything inside this, so it's fine for me, and it's free tier eligible also. And key pair, you should always create a new key pair here. Okay, not always, but if it's new time, means you should click on create new pair, and you want to give a new pair like it can be related to your project or the thing you have to understand, you want to keep it and remember, means you can go with a particular dedicated thing. So here I'm just giving underscore key. Okay, and always you just go with RSA and .pem, and then if you go and create keeper, the all of a sudden you can go and see that keeper is just downloaded on your downloads folder. Okay, and here I'm already having multiple keepers, so I'm just creating here for your console IQ, and everything is fine. I'm just creating it. You can see that my keeper is downloaded in my downloads folder. Okay, if you click and see the password, means you can able to see that. Wait, I'll show you. Okay, so this is your 4094 bits of password. So it's like a credential that no one should remember this, right? So if you use this particular kind of thing, means it will be more secure to for your EC2 instance. So here are some of the networking settings. Just click on edit. I'm going with default VPC, but if you want to go with customized VPC, you can just go and create your VPC, and you can just choose that particular VPC here in the drop down. And the subnet, I don't have any preferences here. Okay, creating security group. Also, I just leave it to itself. Okay, so but in real time process, according to your requirement, you will be going to select that. And also we will be seeing customized security groups also in our upcoming classes. So once everything is okay, I only need the configure storage. It's for 8 GB is fine for me. So which is nothing but your elastic block storage, okay, which is like a hard disk for your virtual machine. So 8 GB is fine for me, and I don't want to add any new volumes here. So everything is fine for me. I'm just going to launch instance. But before that, if you're going to put your applications, or you want to start any of your services like Apache Nginx web servers, like you can put the particular commands, or you can choose the particular files here in the user data parameter. Okay, so if you put the particular code here, when you go and open your EC2 instance, you can able to see that application running on that. Okay, I'll show you in the next class. So today I'm just going with launch instance. So I'm creating my virtual machine within a minutes. Okay, you can able to see that. Okay, just ignore this. Okay, my first my first server is running here. Okay, so here you can see the instance ID. Instance is nothing but your server ID. The server state is running, and then the instance type is just T2 micro. Now the status is initializing. Once the initializing and the setup is done, you can able to see the successful, or it's running like that, or done. You can see the status here. I'll just show you later. And then the availability zones and the public IP address. So using your it is DNS, but if you the public IP address is very much important for you to log in into your EC2 instance. Okay, so here you can see the public IP address, and then these are some of the components. I didn't give that initially. And here the key name that you have selected, right? My underscore key, that is here. Okay, so you can see the details here, and also if you scroll down means you can see categorized details here also. So security, what security group I have given, what is the ID for that, what are the inbound and outbound rules, what is inbound and outbound rules, each and everything I will be telling you in the upcoming classes. Don't worry. So today's class I want to show you how to create a EC2 instance using AWS account only. Okay. So these are some networking components of your EC2 instance. This is the storage of your EC2 instance. And if you want to tag something, you can tag here, but we didn't tag anything here. Okay. Do you guys understand how to create a EC2 instance?
Yes, Soumya.
Yes,
Okay.
Soumya.
Yeah, great. So the first thing is you want to click on the launch instance, and you want to configure the thing, whatever the thing you want to give, you can actually give the particular things here according to your requirements, and then you can go and launch your instance here. So your virtual machine is created, and it is running successfully. We can check the status here now. It is initializing. Okay, now you can check. Now you can see that the status check has been passed, and now our application is done to connect now. So I clicked here, and if you go and connect here, you can able to see the IP address and the connection time. If you want to go with EC2 instance connect, you can go here. If you want to connect to EC2 instance without connect endpoint, these are all the things that you don't want now. Okay, because everyone is going with SSH client only. Okay, this is your command to just log in into your EC2 instance. So we will be using this in Git Bash terminal. Okay, but today everything is in AWS console only. So I'm just going. I just copied this. So here you can see the public IP address of your server and also the private IP address of your server. Okay, so nobody can run your application or test your application using a private IP address. Only you can able to do that. Okay, the outsiders will not be allowed to go inside your private IP address unless you are going to give the explicit permission for that. Okay, so here you can use your public IP address to log in into your EC2 instance, and also if you click on AWS Consoles Connect, you can able to log in into your virtual machine. Okay, so if you want to create any virtual machine, if you want to create any files, you can go for it, files.txt, and here you just give my new server. So whatever things you want to create, you can create here. Okay, so if you delete this instance, you cannot get the file.txt here. Okay, so each and everything will be backed and stored on your EBS volume, and also that is also a persistent storage volume. If your application or your server crashed, you can able to view the particular datas and files on the EBS storage. Okay, okay, now I'm going to just log out from this machine, and I'm going to, if you want to remove the instance, just click on the instance and then go to instance state. Click on the instance state. If you want to stop for temporarily, you can stop. If you want to reboot, you can do that. But I no longer want this server to run. Okay, because my work is done and I don't want the server, so I'm going to terminate the server. You can click on terminate, and you can click on here the final terminate delete button. Okay, it's just take within a minute you can see the status called terminated. Okay, so the instance state is shutting down. Okay, I think now it's destroyed. Okay, okay, now the status have been changed from shutting down to terminated. Okay, so it will be for some time it will be showing like the details of the service, but an hour or later you will be not seeing this particular things here. It will be blank. Okay, so just create an EC2 instance and terminate that, stop that, and also reboot. So whatever the actions is there, just go and try on that, and once your work is done, make sure that you deleted the EC2 instance, because you will be getting surprised bills on the later or in the month end. Okay, so to avoid that, what are the things what are the resources you are creating in EC2 instance or in AWS account, whatever the resources, whatever the services, once the work is done, you just go and destroy everything. Okay, from if it is a very simple service or it is a very big service, whatever it is, just destroy everything. Okay. Okay, guys, that's all for today. So if you want to create your EC2 instance using AWS console, you will be going to give some of the components. So think in this way: if you want to create 10 to 12 components or 10 to 12 EC2 instances, so every time you have to log in into your AWS console and you have to go to a multi-factor authentication, right? You not only are going with the password, you also have to do the MFA thing, and then only you're going to log in into your AWS account, and then you want to switch to EC2 instance, and you have to just click on the requirements and the components and whatever things you want. You don't want each and everything, you have to navigate and you have to do that. So this consumes lots of manual work. Okay, but why we are using Terraform here? DevOps is not nothing but doing a manual thing. Okay, it is all about automation and also troubleshooting and collaboration, and then the quick things, the speedy things, and whatever thing you're just doing in your service. So each and everything is counted. Okay, so in our case, in DevOps perspective, I'm telling you whatever things you're going to create, you create in a terminal only. So I'll quickly show you that. Just okay, here you can see the list of files. Okay, this is the Terraform file, amazon.tf. This is shell scripting. Whatever has been ended with .sh, that is executable file for you. Okay, so run destroy.sh, that is going to be an executable file, and this is going to do something, some action using your Terraform files in the particular folder. Okay, so tf files is going to have your configurations, like how you used to click on the requirements, click on the components or parameters on the EC2 console, right? So each and everything will be written in a script format here. So I show you that. You can see here. So we have choose the AMI, the instance type, subnet things, that is in a networking concepts, right? I just clicked on edit. No, so on that particular topic, you can see the subnet IP, and then key pair name, key name, just we have given my underscore key, right? That one. Security group, you inside user data, what are the file you want to put, and then block EBS, root block device, tag, if you want to give any tag or count. So whatever thing you want, you are doing in a EC2 console, you having script for it. Okay, so what is the main advantage of using scripts? Means the main thing, you can automate the deployments. Okay, you can automate the resource creation. No, if see, if you want to create an EC2 instance, you want to do that. If you automated this, and if you're giving the time of, okay, in this time, this date, I want to create the EC2 instance, means it is going to execute your work without your knowledge. If you put on that, and after you come and see, that means on the particular time, on the particular day, the thing is happened. Okay, so this is basically automation. And then if you want to reuse the template, means you can just copy the Terraform scripts and you can just paste it over any of the projects and any of the word, and you can reuse the templates also. Templates here is .tf files. Okay, so this amazon.tf, main.tf, and then variables.tf, vpc.tf. So whatever the files here ended with .tf, that is your configuration files, and what is the files ended with .sh is literally your executing actions contained shell scripting file. Okay, I'll show you that also. Okay, there is deploy.sh. Okay, here you can see the Terraform commands. Terraform init, Terraform validate, Terraform plan, and then Terraform apply. Okay, this is set of commands in a format of shell scripting files. So using this Terraform scripts and files, you can easily create your infrastructure, and then you're going with the automation way. It doesn't require a manual power or manual person has to be click on this and have to run that. It's not like that. And also, if you have any stages, anything that you want to go again and again, you don't want to give the particular command. The commands is already altogether into a shell scripting file, and if you're going to click on that file, it is going to run there. But again, if you're going to run the deployed SSH, that is also a manual way. If you go with cron jobs, and that is advanced things. Okay, if you going with cron jobs is nothing but, okay, so every Monday morning 10 p.m. I want to deploy one server, means you can just give the timing and dates, everything, and the cron job will automatically run your application, or it will automatically do the task for you. Okay, so that is advanced concept of automation. If we have time, I can show you in the later classes. Okay, so these are the things I want to just show you today. So how to create EC2 instance using AWS account, and how to relate that components with shell scripting and Terraform file scale. Okay, is that clear, guys?
Yes, Soumya.
Okay. Any doubts?
Yeah, Soumya. No.
Okay. Okay, just go through the recordings. If you don't find anything understandable or anything difficult, you just go through the recording, or just put me a text message in group. I'll just tell you what the exact thing is. Okay, and also just yeah. What?
Hello. Yeah, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. May I know who is this?
Jeevan, ma'am.
Jeevan. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Jeevan.
While creating the virtual machine, we have selected some of like data and RAM storage. Everything.
Yeah.
Can we do it after the creation of the same thing? If we need any,
Yeah, we have.
Yes, ma'am.
Jeevan, your voice is breaking. Can you repeat again? So you're telling that whatever we have selected in the EC2 in the AWS console, each component have been written in a Terraform script by using a shell scripting, and we used shell scripting here, and we put all inside a Terraform file, and we are just running that. If you want to reuse the template, you can use that. Is that your question or anything else?
No, ma'am. By creating the virtual machine, we have selected about the features of the machine. Like we have selected 1 GB of RAM and some 5. Yes, ma'am. But we can update it later on.
Yeah, you can update it later on. So that's what you're just attaching extra storage, or you're going for anything security needs. You can just click on the particular security tab, right? I'll show you that. So I have shown you, right? So what are things you particularly want to edit? You can click there and you can go for it. If you want to edit your security groups, you can click on the security and scroll down. So here there is no security groups. Okay, if you will be having inbound rules, no. If you want to edit the particular inbound rules, you can click on that and you can go and edit that. Okay, so everything is customizable in AWS account. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
If you want to add extra storage, you can do that. If you want to scale your instance, you can do that. If more users hitting your browser and you want to equally share the load, means you can achieve that using load balancer. And if you want to give more security, means you can achieve it through key pairs, IAM roles, security groups. And also there is advanced concepts like firewall, AWS firewall. And then yeah, many services are there in AWS services. Okay, but everything's customizable, and if you want to do any things that is beyond the AWS thing, right? See, if S3 bucket is giving you only 5 TB of storage, but you want more than 5 TB, but nobody is using 5 TB here. If you want more than 5 TB, you can request your condition to the AWS team, okay, to the real AWS team. They will be concerning that, and according to your project, they will do the needful for you. So nothing is difficult or dumb here. You whatever thing you want to do, you can easily play with your AWS provider. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, great. Any other doubts?
No, Soumya.
Okay. Yeah, okay, guys. Then we
No,
can
sir.
wind up. Yeah, Gopi.
Yeah, I said no.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, tomorrow we can see the networking concepts alone, VPC, and then we just jump into Terraform scripts, and I will be telling you each and every what to say description about the commands. Okay, about the commands and also about the scripts. I will be going to describe you tomorrow, and we are going to launch the EC2 instance. How we used to in launch by AWS account. Tomorrow, you're not going to log into your AWS account and nothing you're going to do with that. Everything you're going to achieve through your Git Bash terminal only. Okay, we can see that tomorrow.
Sure, Samya. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Soumya. Thank you, everyone. Bye,
Yeah,
guys.
thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, bye, bye, bye.